You wake up, you check your phone, you scroll through things you don't need to see, you eat something you didn't grow, and somewhere in the back of your head, a quiet question: is this actually what humans are supposed to do? The real answer is far stranger than anything modern life prepared you for. For nearly 300,000 years, your species walked this planet without offices, calendars, or alarm clocks. No deadlines, no notifications. And if you want to understand why you feel restless on a Sunday or wired at midnight, you need to know what your ancestors were actually doing all day. Let's start with the thing almost everyone gets wrong. You probably imagine early humans as desperate, constantly running, constantly hungry, locked in a brutal struggle to survive. But modern anthropology tells a completely different story. In 1966, anthropologist Marshall Solins called hunter-gatherer societies the original affluent society. His argument was simple: when your wants are calibrated to what your environment can give you, you don't experience scarcity. You experience enough. Researchers studying the Kungsan people of the Kalahari found the Kung worked, hunted, gathered, processed food for roughly 3 to 5 hours per day. Not per shift, per day. The rest was genuine leisure, telling stories, playing with children, napping in the shade. 3 to 5 hours. Let that settle. Your ancestors were not grinding. They were doing exactly what your nervous system still craves every time you feel that pull towards something with no purpose except the pleasure of doing it. The effort they did put in was intensely physical. The body moved through its full range, climbing, crouching, carrying, walking. Anthropologist Herman Poncer, studying the Hadza people of Tanzania, found the average hunter-gatherer walked 6 to 9 miles per day through actual terrain, with full attention on the world around them. That attention matters. Even during rest, the environment was alive with information. The direction of wind, the behavior of birds. This is why a walk in nature feels restorative in a way sitting indoors never does. You are reactivating a mode your brain was built for. The basic social unit was the band. 25 to 50 people, deeply known to each other, not as profiles, as faces, voices, histories. When conflict arose, there was nowhere to hide. You couldn't log off. Your ancestor did not have the option of ghosting someone. Time was structured by the body, not clocks. Stress, when it came, was short and acute. A predator, a storm. Your body mobilized and then returned to baseline. Stanford neurobiologist Robert Sapolsky put it simply: zebras don't get ulcers. They get chased, they escape, then they go back to grazing. Your stress response can be triggered by an email. Your body doesn't know the difference between a lion and a quarterly review. Your ancestors moved through complex environments. You mostly sit still in engineered rooms. They lived in deep contact with a small group of people they knew intimately. You spend your social life with hundreds of people you know superficially. They worked in short, focused bursts, followed by genuine rest. You work in long, diffuse stretches punctuated by the simulation of rest. Scrolling, half-watching, never fully stopping. And then there is meaning. Your ancestor didn't need to go looking for it. When you hunt, you feed your children. When you gather, you sustain your community. Every action had visible consequence. The architecture of meaning that modern humans have to actively construct was simply the air your ancestors breathed. So tonight, when the afternoon slows and you feel the urge to move, or sit outside, or call someone you haven't spoken to in too long, that's not laziness. That is 300,000 years of human design still running in your body, asking for the life it was built for. You woke up this morning, you checked your phone, and somewhere in the back of your head, a quiet question. Now you know where it comes from.